Life teaches us many lessons, but the truth is that some of the most important ones are learned much later than we would like. When we are young, we often think we have plenty of time. We make choices, chase dreams, and move through life without fully understanding what truly matters. As we grow older, we start seeing life differently. We begin to understand that life is not only about achievements or reaching the next goal. It is about learning from our experiences, growing as a person, and recognizing the things that bring real meaning to our lives. Some lessons come from success, while others come from struggles, failures, and difficult moments. These experiences shape us and help us understand life in a deeper way. The interesting thing about wisdom is that it often feels simple after we learn it, but it can take years of experience to truly understand. Many times we hear valuable advice from others, but we do not realize its importance until we experience it ourselves. That is why many people look back and wish they had understood certain things earlier. The good news is that we can learn from the experiences of others. We do not always have to wait for life to teach us through mistakes. Sometimes a simple idea or a powerful reminder can change the way we think, make decisions, and move forward. In today's video, we are going to explore 10 life-changing wisdom lessons that many people learn too late. These lessons may help you see life from a new perspective and inspire you to make better choices starting today. Before we begin, I want you to write this short affirmation in the comments. I choose growth. If you enjoy content that inspires you and helps you improve your life, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more powerful lessons and motivation. Now, let's begin. Lesson 1. Your time is your real wealth. One of the greatest truths that many people discover later in life is that time is the most valuable wealth we have. We often spend years believing that money, success, achievements, and possessions are the things that define a good life. We work hard, chase goals, and try to build a better future. But along the way, many people eventually realize that the one thing they cannot replace is the time they have already lost. Money can be earned again. Opportunities can come again. Mistakes can sometimes be corrected. But time is different. Once a moment passes, it becomes a memory. No amount of money, power, or success can bring back yesterday. When we are young, we often feel like we have endless time. We think there will always be another chance to start something new, spend time with loved ones, take care of ourselves, or follow our dreams. We tell ourselves, I will do it later, or I will enjoy life when I become successful. But life has a way of moving faster than we expect. Many people spend their healthiest and most energetic years chasing things they later realize were not as important as they thought. They sacrifice their peace, relationships, and happiness while trying to reach a future they believe will finally make them satisfied. Then, after years pass, they look back and wonder why they were always waiting for a better time to live. The truth is, the perfect time rarely arrives. Life is happening right now. Every person receives the same amount of time each day. Whether someone is wealthy or struggling, famous or unknown, everyone wakes up with 24 hours. The difference between people is not the amount of time they have, but how they choose to use it. Some people spend their time building, learning, loving, and creating meaningful memories. Others spend their time worrying, complaining, comparing, and focusing on things that do not improve their lives. Over time, these small daily choices create completely different outcomes. Time is like an investment. Every minute you spend is a part of your life that you will never get back. When you spend your time learning a skill, improving yourself, helping others, or working toward something meaningful, you are investing in your future. But when you constantly waste your time on things that add no value, you are giving away the most precious resource you have. This does not mean every moment must be productive. Rest, entertainment, and relaxation are also important parts of life. The lesson is not to always be busy. The lesson is to be aware of where your time is going. Ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that truly matter to me? Many people spend hours worrying about the opinions of others. They try to impress people who may not even care about their journey. They compare their lives with others and feel behind because they are looking at someone else's success instead of focusing on their own path. But time spent chasing approval is time taken away from becoming the person you want to be. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they will enjoy life after achieving a certain level of success. They say, after I make more money, I will spend time with my family. After I finish this goal, I will take care of myself. After I become successful, I will finally be happy. But happiness should not always be something we postpone. The journey matters as much as the destination. If you spend years ignoring the present moment, you may reach your goals but miss the experiences that made life meaningful. The people who understand the value of time learn to appreciate simple things. They enjoy conversations with loved ones. They notice small moments. They stop waiting for life to begin because they understand that life is already happening. Time also teaches us the importance of priorities. You cannot do everything, and you cannot give your attention to everyone. Every yes you give to something means you are giving your time away from something else. Learning what deserves your energy is one of the most important skills in life. At the end of life, most people do not regret the things they bought or the titles they achieved. They regret the moments they missed. They wish they had spent more time with the people they loved, followed their passions, taken care of themselves, and enjoyed the journey. The biggest reminder is simple. Your time is limited, and that makes it valuable. Do not wait until you have everything perfect before you start living. Do not keep delaying the things that matter. Use today wisely, because today is the only moment you truly have. Your time is your real wealth. Protect it, respect it. Spend it on the people, experiences, and goals that make your life meaningful. Because once time is gone, everything else becomes less important. Take a moment and remind yourself what truly matters. Write this in the comments. I value my time. Lesson 2. Your habits shape your future more than your goals. Many people believe that the key to success is having big dreams and powerful goals. They create plans, write down what they want to achieve, and imagine the future they want to build. Goals are important because they give us direction and help us understand where we want to go. But the truth is, goals alone are not enough. The real force that shapes your future is not only what you want to achieve, but what you do consistently every single day. Your habits are the small actions, decisions, and behaviors you repeat regularly. They may seem unimportant in the moment, but over time, they create the life you experience. Just like a small seed grows into a large tree, small daily choices slowly grow into big results. A person may have the goal of becoming healthier, but if their daily habits do not support that goal, nothing changes. Someone may want financial success, but if their everyday actions involve poor decisions and wasted opportunities, their goal remains only a wish. The difference between people who achieve their dreams and those who only dream is often found in their daily habits. Think of a goal as a destination. It shows you where you want to go. But your habits are the vehicle that takes you there. Without the right vehicle, knowing the destination does not help. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, but your repeated actions determine whether you will reach them. Many people underestimate the power of small actions because they want immediate results. They want quick success, instant change, and fast progress. But real transformation usually happens slowly. The small things you do every day may not feel powerful today, but after months and years, they create a completely different life. For example, reading a few pages every day may not seem like a big achievement. Exercising for a short time may not create a dramatic change immediately. Saving a small amount of money may not feel life-changing. But when these actions become habits, they create progress that continues to grow. The same is true for negative habits. A person does not destroy their future with one bad decision. Often, it happens through small negative choices repeated over time. Constantly delaying important tasks, avoiding responsibility, wasting hours, or ignoring personal growth may seem harmless at first, but these patterns can slowly move someone away from the life they want. This is why self-awareness is important. Before changing your future, you must understand your current habits. Your daily routine reveals your priorities. The way you spend your mornings, your free time, and your energy shows what you are building. Ask yourself, are my daily actions helping me become the person I want to be? Many people focus on changing their results without changing their habits. They want a better life, but continue doing the same things every day. They want confidence, but avoid situations that help them grow. They want success, but refuse to develop the discipline needed to achieve it. Change begins when your actions match your goals. Building good habits is not about being perfect. Everyone has difficult days. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is consistency. A person who takes small steps forward regularly will often achieve more than someone who takes big actions only occasionally. One of the biggest secrets of successful people is that they understand the power of repetition. They do not rely only on motivation because motivation comes and goes. Instead, they create systems and routines that help them continue even when they do not feel inspired. A person who develops the habit of learning becomes more knowledgeable. A person who develops the habit of discipline becomes more reliable. A person who develops the habit of positive thinking becomes stronger mentally. Over time, these habits shape identity. Eventually, you do not just perform your habits become part of who you are. Instead of saying, "I want to become successful," you begin to become someone who naturally takes actions that lead to success. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," you become someone who values taking care of yourself. Your habits slowly create your identity. Another important lesson is that you do not need to change everything at once. Many people become overwhelmed because they try to completely transform their lives overnight. But lasting change usually begins with small improvements. One small positive habit today can create a better version of yourself tomorrow. Your future is not created by one big moment. It is created by the choices you repeat when nobody is watching. The actions you take every day are like votes for the person you are becoming. So choose your habits carefully, because your habits are silently building your future. Your goals may show you the direction, but your habits decide the destination. If you are ready to become a better version of yourself, type this below. I build better habits. Lesson 3. Not everyone deserves access to you. One of the most important lessons many people learn too late in life is that not everyone deserves unlimited access to you. As human beings, we naturally want to be accepted, loved, and appreciated by others. We want to build connections, help people, and create meaningful relationships. But along the way, many people forget one important truth. Your time, energy, and peace are valuable. You cannot give yourself completely to everyone and still expect to remain strong, happy, and focused. The people you allow close to you can influence the way you think, the way you feel, and the direction your life takes. Many people spend years trying to keep everyone happy. They say yes when they want to say no. They stay in relationships that drain them. They continue giving their energy to people who only take but never appreciate. They ignore their own needs because they are afraid of disappointing others. But over time they realize something important. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary. Your life is shaped by the people around you. The conversations you have, the opinions you hear, and the environment you spend time in slowly affect your mindset. If you surround yourself with people who encourage growth, support your dreams, and bring positivity into your life, you naturally become stronger. But if you constantly stay around negativity, criticism, and unhealthy relationships, it can slowly affect your confidence and happiness. This does not mean you should judge everyone or completely avoid people who are different from you. Every person has struggles, and everyone deserves kindness. But kindness does not mean allowing others to repeatedly disrespect you, use you, or control your life. One of the hardest lessons to learn is that love and respect must have boundaries. Many people believe that setting boundaries means they are being rude or uncaring. They worry that saying no will make others leave them. But healthy boundaries are not walls that keep people away. They are guidelines that protect what matters. A person who respects you will understand your boundaries. They will not make you feel guilty for taking care of yourself. They will support your growth instead of trying to keep you stuck. Sometimes the people you need to distance yourself from are not bad people. Sometimes they are simply not the right people for the next chapter of your life. Growth often requires change, and change sometimes means letting go of connections that no longer support who you are becoming. Many people also make the mistake of believing that history automatically means someone deserves a place in their future. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time does not mean they have the right to continue hurting your peace. Time spent with someone does not always equal a healthy relationship. A relationship should be built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. You should not have to constantly prove your worth to people who refuse to see it. You should not have to shrink yourself just to make others comfortable. Another important part of protecting your energy is learning not to explain yourself to everyone. Not everyone will understand your decisions, your dreams, or your journey. Some people will judge you because they see life differently. Some people may not support your growth because your progress reminds them of their own fears, but you do not need everyone's approval to move forward. Your life belongs to you. Your choices, dreams, and goals are yours to build. Spending too much time trying to convince others can take away the energy you need to improve yourself. The right people will not require you to become someone else just to be accepted. They will appreciate who you are while encouraging you to become better. Another sign of maturity is understanding that access to you should be earned. Everyone can be treated with kindness, but not everyone should have a close place in your life. Your inner circle should include people who bring value, honesty, support, and encouragement. Imagine your energy like a limited resource. Every conversation, relationship, and commitment requires some of your energy. If you spend all of it trying to please everyone, you may have nothing left for yourself. And when you lose yourself trying to keep others happy, you lose the ability to build the life you truly want. The truth is, protecting your energy allows you to become a better version of yourself. When you are mentally and emotionally strong, you can give more to the people who truly matter. You can show up with more love, patience, and confidence. You do not need a large number of people around you. You need the right people. At the end of the day, your peace is priceless. Your time is valuable. Your energy is limited. Choose carefully who you allow close to your heart, your dreams, and your life. Because not everyone deserves access to the person you are becoming. If you choose peace and protect your energy, comment this affirmation: I protect my peace. Lesson 4. Your health is an investment, not a priority you delay. One of the biggest mistakes many people make in life is treating their health like something they can focus on later. They believe they will take better care of themselves after they achieve their goals, become successful, earn more money, or finish their responsibilities. But many people eventually learn a difficult truth. If you lose your health while chasing success, that success becomes much harder to enjoy. Your health is not something to think about only when problems appear. It is the foundation that supports everything else in your life. Without good health, even the things you worked so hard to achieve may not bring the happiness and satisfaction you expected. When we are young, it is easy to believe that our energy and strength will always remain the same. We ignore warning signs, sacrifice sleep, eat without thinking, avoid exercise, and constantly push ourselves because we feel like we have unlimited time. We tell ourselves, "I will take care of myself later." But the body remembers every choice we make. The small habits we repeat today slowly shape our future health. The way we treat our body, manage stress, rest and care for ourselves creates the condition we experience years later. Many people only understand the value of health after they face a problem that forces them to slow down. The sad reality is that some people spend their best years damaging their health to achieve success, only to spend their later years using that success to try to recover their health. This does not mean you should ignore ambition or stop working toward your dreams. Hard work and dedication are important, but success should not require you to destroy the very thing that allows you to enjoy it. A healthy life is not built from one big decision. It is built from small choices repeated every day, choosing better food, getting enough rest, moving your body, managing stress, and taking care of your mental well-being may seem simple, but these small actions create powerful results over time. Many people underestimate small improvements because they want immediate changes. They want to see results quickly, but real health is a long-term investment. Just like saving money over time creates financial security, taking care of your health over time creates strength, energy, and freedom. Your body is the place where you experience your entire life. Every dream, relationship, adventure, and achievement depends on your ability to be present and active. If your health suffers, every other area of life becomes more difficult. Another important lesson is that health is not only physical. Mental and emotional health are equally important. A person can look successful from the outside but still feel exhausted, stressed, or unhappy inside. Learning to manage your thoughts, emotions, and stress is just as important as taking care of your body. Many people ignore their mental health because they believe they should always be strong. They keep everything inside and continue moving forward without giving themselves time to heal and recharge. But even the strongest people need rest. Taking care of yourself is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of wisdom. One of the biggest reasons people delay taking care of their health is because they think they need a perfect plan. They believe they need a complete lifestyle change before they begin. But improvement does not require perfection. Small steps matter. Walking for a few minutes, drinking more water, sleeping a little earlier, reducing unhealthy habits, and creating time for yourself are all meaningful changes. The goal is not to become perfect overnight. The goal is to create a healthier relationship with yourself. Your future self will benefit from the choices you make today. Imagine yourself years from now. Would you want to thank yourself for taking care of your body and mind, or would you wish you had started earlier? The choices you make today are gifts you give to your future self. Health also teaches us about priorities. Many people spend their time and energy chasing things that can be replaced while ignoring the one thing that cannot easily be replaced: their well-being. Money can help you receive treatment. Success can provide comfort. But neither can fully replace the energy, freedom, and ability to enjoy life that good health provides. The greatest wealth is being able to wake up, move freely, think clearly, and experience life with the people you love. Do not wait for a warning sign before you value your health. Do not wait until you are forced to slow down before you learn to care for yourself. Your health is not an expense, it is an investment in your future, your happiness, your dreams, and the life you want to live. Because the best life is not only about having more years, it is about making those years meaningful. If you promise to take better care of yourself, write this in the comments. I choose a healthier life. Lesson 5. You don't need everyone to understand you. One of the most freeing lessons people often learn too late in life is that you do not need everyone to understand you. Many people spend years trying to explain themselves, gain approval, and prove their choices to others. They worry about what people think, how they are judged, and whether others accept their path. But the truth is, not everyone will see life the way you see it. Not everyone will understand your dreams, your struggles, your decisions, or the journey you are on. And that is okay. Every person has a different background, different experiences, different beliefs, and different goals. Because of that, people will naturally see things from their own perspective. Sometimes, no matter how clearly you explain yourself, someone may still not understand you. Many people waste valuable time trying to convince others who they are and why their choices matter. They try to prove that their dreams are realistic, their decisions are right, or their path is meaningful. But constantly seeking approval from others can slowly make you forget what you truly want. A life built around pleasing everyone is a life where you slowly lose yourself. From a young age, many of us are taught to seek acceptance. We want to be liked by our family, friends, co-workers, and society. There is nothing wrong with wanting good relationships and respect from others. But the problem begins when we allow other people's opinions to control our happiness. When you depend too much on approval, you give others the power to decide how you feel about yourself. One person's criticism can make you doubt yourself. One negative comment can make you question your dreams. One person's disagreement can make you feel like you are doing something wrong. But someone's opinion about your life does not define the truth of your life. The people who truly know you understand your heart, your effort, and your intentions. But even then, not everyone will agree with every choice you make. Growth often requires making decisions that others may not understand at first. Sometimes the path you choose will look strange to people who are not walking it. Many successful people experienced moments when others doubted them. Their ideas were questioned, their choices were criticized, their goals were misunderstood. But they continued because they believed in something deeper than outside opinions. The lesson is not to ignore everyone around you. Wise people listen, learn, and consider advice. The lesson is to understand the difference between valuable guidance and unnecessary judgment. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Some people judge because they do not understand. Some people criticize because your growth makes them uncomfortable. Some people discourage others because they are afraid to take risks themselves. If you spend your entire life trying to make everyone comfortable with your choices, you may never create the life you truly want. Another important part of this lesson is accepting that your journey is personal. Everyone has their own timeline. Everyone faces different challenges. Everyone has different dreams. Comparing your path with someone else's expectations can lead you away from your own purpose. You do not need permission to grow. You do not need everyone's approval to improve yourself. You do not need everyone to believe in your vision before you start working toward it. Sometimes you have to trust yourself before others can see what you see. This does not mean becoming arrogant or refusing feedback. Humility is important. Learning from others is important. But there is a difference between being open-minded and constantly doubting yourself because someone else does not understand you. A confident person can listen to advice without losing their identity. Peace comes when you stop trying to control how everyone sees you. You cannot control other people's thoughts, opinions, or reactions. You can only control your own actions, choices, and attitude. When you stop chasing approval, you create space for growth. You begin focusing more on becoming better instead of trying to look perfect. You become more comfortable being yourself. Many people spend years hiding parts of who they are because they fear judgment. They avoid taking chances because they worry about what others will say. They choose comfort over growth because they want acceptance. But the truth is, the people who matter will respect your honesty and authenticity. The right people will not require you to change who you are just to be accepted. They may not always agree with you, but they will respect your journey. Life becomes much lighter when you understand that your purpose is not to make everyone understand you. Your purpose is to live a life that feels true to yourself. At the end of the day, you are the person who has to live with your choices. You are the person who experiences your dreams, your challenges, and your journey. So stop spending all your energy trying to convince everyone. Work on yourself. Follow your path. Stay true to your values. Because sometimes the greatest peace comes when you realize you do not need everyone to understand you. You only need to understand yourself. If you believe in your own journey, leave this reminder below. I trust my journey. Lesson 6. Failure is usually a lesson wearing a disguise. One of the biggest misunderstandings people have about success is the belief that successful people are the ones who never fail. Many people look at someone who has achieved great things and assume their journey was easy. They see the results, the achievements, and the success, but they often do not see the mistakes, struggles, and failures that happened along the way. The truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. In many cases, failure is part of the process that leads to success. Almost everyone who has achieved something meaningful has experienced moments when things did not go according to plan. They faced rejection, made mistakes, lost opportunities, or experienced setbacks. The difference is not that they never failed. The difference is that they learned from failure and continued moving forward. Many people fear failure because they see it as a sign that they are not good enough. They believe one mistake means they should stop trying. They allow one disappointment to define their ability and their future. But failure is not a final judgment. It is information. Every failure teaches you something. It shows you what did not work. It reveals areas where you can improve. It helps you understand yourself better. When you learn to look at failure as a teacher, it becomes a valuable part of your growth. Think about how people learn anything in life. A child learning to walk falls many times before taking their first steps. A person learning a new skill makes mistakes before becoming better. An athlete loses games before improving their performance. Failure is a natural part of learning. The problem is that as adults, many people become afraid of making mistakes. They want everything to be perfect before they begin. They wait for the right time, the right opportunity, or complete confidence. But waiting for perfection often prevents progress. Growth requires action, and action comes with the possibility of failure. Many people who achieve their dreams are not the people who had the easiest path. They are the people who refused to give up when things became difficult. They understood that every setback was an opportunity to adjust, improve, and become stronger. Failure can also build qualities that success cannot always teach. It can develop patience, resilience, humility, and determination. When everything goes well, it is easy to feel confident. But when things become difficult and you continue anyway, you build real strength. Some of the most important lessons in life come from the moments we wish had never happened. A failed attempt can teach you more than a successful one. A mistake can show you what you need to change. A difficult experience can reveal your true strength. This does not mean failure is always easy or comfortable. It can hurt. It can be disappointing. It can make you question yourself. But the way you respond to failure determines whether it becomes an obstacle or an opportunity. A person who gives up after failure allows that moment to control their future. A person who learns from failure uses that moment to create a better future. The most successful people are often those who develop the ability to keep going. They understand that one failure does not define them. They do not say, "I failed, so I am a failure." Instead, they say, "This did not work, but I can learn from it." That mindset creates growth. Another important lesson is that failure often redirects people towards something better. Sometimes we experience rejection because another opportunity is waiting. Sometimes a plan fails because it forces us to create a better one. Sometimes losing something teaches us what truly matters. In the moment, failure may look like the end, but later, it may become the beginning of something new. Many people spend too much time trying to avoid failure instead of preparing themselves to handle it. But failure is unavoidable. Everyone experiences challenges. Everyone faces moments of uncertainty. The goal is not to create a life without failure. The goal is to create a mindset that can survive failure. When you stop fearing mistakes, you become more willing to take action. You become more willing to try new things, learn new skills, and step outside your comfort zone. This is where growth happens. Remember, a person who never fails may simply be someone who never tried something challenging. Every great achievement begins with the courage to try. So, when failure comes, do not only ask, "Why did this happen to me?" Ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Because hidden inside many failures is a lesson waiting to be discovered. Failure is not the end of your story. Sometimes it is the chapter that prepares you for your greatest success. Lesson 7. Comparison steals your happiness. One of the biggest reasons many people struggle to feel happy and satisfied with their lives is because they constantly compare themselves to others. Comparison is something almost everyone experiences. We look at other people's success, lifestyle, achievements, relationships, and progress, and then we measure our own lives against what we see. Sometimes this comparison motivates us to improve, but most of the time it creates unnecessary pressure, disappointment, and unhappiness. The truth is, every person has a different journey. Everyone starts from a different place, faces different challenges, has different opportunities, and moves through life at a different speed. Comparing your life to someone else's life is like comparing two different stories and wondering why they have different chapters. Many people forget that they only see a small part of someone else's life. They see the success, the achievements, the happy moments, and the things people choose to show. They usually do not see the struggles, failures, fears, doubts, and difficult moments behind the scenes. We often compare our reality with someone else's highlight reel. This creates an unfair comparison because we are judging our entire life based on what we see from the outside of someone else's life. A person may appear successful, but they may be fighting battles you know nothing about. Someone may seem happy, but they may have struggles they never share. Everyone carries something, even if it is invisible. When we constantly compare ourselves, we start focusing on what we lack instead of appreciating what we already have. We become so focused on someone else's progress that we forget to recognize our own. This is one of the biggest ways comparisons steal happiness. Imagine spending your life looking at someone else's path while ignoring your own. You may miss your own opportunities, your own growth, and your own achievements because you are too busy watching what others are doing. Your journey deserves your attention. One of the most important things to understand is that success does not have one single timeline. Some people achieve their goals early. Others achieve them later. Some people find their purpose quickly. Others discover it after years of searching. There is no universal schedule for life. Many people feel behind because they compare their age, career, relationships, or achievements with others. They think they should already be somewhere else. But life is not a race where everyone has to reach the same destination at the same time. Your progress is still progress, even if it looks different from someone else's. Comparison can also create unhealthy competition. Instead of being inspired by others, some people begin to feel jealous, frustrated, or discouraged. They start believing that someone else's success means there is less opportunity for them. But another person's success does not reduce your chances of succeeding. There is enough room for everyone to grow. Someone else's achievement can be proof that something is possible, not proof that you are failing. A healthier approach is to use comparison as a tool for learning instead of a reason for self-judgment. Look at others and ask, "What can I learn from this?" instead of, "Why am I not like them?" The goal is not to become someone else. The goal is to become a better version of yourself. The only comparison that truly matters is the comparison between who you are today and who you were yesterday. Are you learning? Are you improving? Are you becoming stronger? These questions are much more valuable than comparing your life to someone else's. Another important lesson is that social media has made comparison even harder. People often share the best moments of their lives, creating the illusion that everyone else is living perfectly. When we constantly consume these images, it can make us feel like we are not doing enough. But remember, people usually share moments, not the full reality. A picture does not show the struggles behind it. A success story does not show every failure before it. A finished result does not show the difficult process. Everyone has a story that includes challenges. Instead of asking why your life does not look like someone else's, ask yourself what kind of life you want to create. Focus on your values, your goals, and your own growth. Happiness comes from appreciating your own journey, not from constantly measuring it against another person's journey. The moment you stop comparing yourself to others is the moment you create space to truly enjoy your life. You become more grateful, more confident, and more focused on what matters. Remember, you are not late. You are not behind. You are simply on your own path. Your life is not supposed to look like anyone else's. The greatest achievement is not becoming someone else. It is becoming the best version of yourself. If you are focusing on your own path, write this affirmation. I focus on my own path. Lesson 8. Your thoughts influence your reality. One of the most powerful lessons many people learn too late in life is that the way they think has a huge impact on the way they live. Our thoughts may seem invisible, but they influence our emotions, decisions, actions, and the direction we take in life. The way you talk to yourself every day can either become your greatest support or your biggest obstacle. Many people do not realize how much power their inner voice has. They constantly criticize themselves, focus on their weaknesses, and repeat negative thoughts about what they cannot do. Over time, these thoughts begin to shape their confidence and their behavior. A person who always tells themselves, "I am not good enough," may eventually start avoiding opportunities because they believe they will fail. A person who believes they can learn and improve is more likely to take action and keep going even when things are difficult. Your thoughts do not control everything that happens in life, but they strongly influence how you respond to what happens. Two people can experience the same challenge, but react completely differently because of their mindset. One person may see a problem as proof that they should give up. Another person may see the same problem as an opportunity to learn and grow. The situation is the same. The difference is the way they think about it. This is why developing a positive and healthy mindset is so important. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing a mindset that helps you handle challenges instead of allowing challenges to control you. Many people focus more on changing their external life while ignoring their internal world. They want better results, better relationships, and more success, but they do not pay attention to the thoughts and beliefs guiding their actions. Real change often begins from within. Your beliefs influence the choices you make. If you believe you are capable, you are more likely to take steps toward your goals. If you believe you are powerless, you may stop yourself before you even begin. Sometimes the biggest limitations in life are not outside of us. They are the limits we create in our own minds. Fear, doubt, and negative thinking can quietly prevent people from reaching their potential. A person may have talent, opportunities, and ability, but if their mindset constantly tells them they cannot succeed, they may never fully try. This is why it is important to become aware of your thoughts. Pay attention to the way you speak to yourself. Would you talk to a friend the same way you talk to yourself? Many people are kinder to others than they are to themselves. Your inner conversation matters. Instead of focusing only on what went wrong, learn to ask better questions. Instead of saying, "Why am I failing?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of saying, "I cannot do this," ask, "What steps can I take to improve?" The questions you ask yourself influence the answers you find. Your mind is like a garden. The thoughts you repeatedly plant are the ones that grow. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, fear, and doubt, those thoughts become stronger. But if you practice gratitude, learning, and self-belief, you create a healthier mindset. This does not happen overnight. Changing the way you think requires patience and practice. Many people underestimate the power of small mental changes. A small shift in perspective can completely change the way you experience life. A person who chooses to focus on opportunities instead of only problems will see possibilities that others may miss. Your thoughts also affect your relationships. When you believe you are not worthy, you may accept less than you deserve. When you believe you are valuable, you are more likely to build healthier connections and make better choices. The way you see yourself influences the way you allow others to treat you. Another important lesson is that you are not every thought you have. Thoughts come and go. Sometimes negative thoughts appear because of fear, past experiences, or difficult situations. But you have the ability to choose which thoughts you accept and which thoughts you let go. A negative thought is not always the truth. Learning to control your mindset does not mean controlling every thought perfectly. It means becoming more aware and choosing thoughts that support your growth. Your mind can be your greatest tool or your greatest limitation. If you constantly tell yourself that life is impossible, every challenge will feel heavier. But if you believe that you can learn, adapt, and improve, challenges become easier to face. The life you create begins with the thoughts you repeat. Your actions come from your decisions. Your decisions come from your beliefs. Your beliefs are shaped by your thoughts. So, choose your thoughts carefully. Speak to yourself with kindness. Believe in your ability to grow. Focus on progress instead of perfection. Because when you change the way you think, you begin to change the way you live. Your thoughts may be invisible, but they are quietly building your future. Lesson 9. Relationships matter more than achievements. One of the most important lessons people often learn later in life is that achievements alone do not create a truly meaningful life. Many people spend years chasing success, building careers, earning money, and reaching goals because they believe these things will bring lasting happiness. And while achievements can be valuable, there comes a moment when many people realize something deeper. The people they shared their journey with mattered more than the things they achieved. Success can create comfort, but relationships create meaning. From a young age, many people are taught to focus on achievement. They are encouraged to study harder, work harder, become successful, and build a better future. These things are important, but sometimes people become so focused on reaching the next level that they forget to appreciate the people who are walking beside them. They become busy chasing a future while missing the present moments that truly matter. A person can have a successful career, a large amount of money, and many accomplishments, but if they have no one to share those moments with, success can feel empty. Human beings are naturally connected. We need love, friendship, support, and meaningful conversations. The memories we create with others often become the moments we value most. Many people do not realize this until much later. They spend years working long hours, believing they are building a better life for themselves and their families. But sometimes, the very people they are working for are the people they have the least time for. There is a difference between providing for people and being present with them. Money can buy many things, but it cannot replace time spent with someone you love. It cannot recreate a conversation you missed, a memory you did not make, or a moment that passed. This is why relationships require attention. Strong relationships do not happen automatically. They need care, effort, honesty, and time. The people who matter in your life need more than your success. They need your presence. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone is simply being there, listening when they need support, celebrating their happiness, standing beside them during difficult times, showing appreciation before it becomes too late. Many people make the mistake of assuming that the people they love will always be there. They think they can reconnect later. They believe there will always be another chance to spend time together. But life changes quickly. People grow. Circumstances change. Time passes. This does not mean you should stop working toward your goals. It means you should remember why you are working toward them. A meaningful life is not about choosing between success and relationships. It is about creating balance. The people around you are often the ones who give your achievements their meaning. Imagine reaching your biggest goal. Who would you want beside you to celebrate that moment? The answer reveals what truly matters. Relationships also shape who we become. The people we spend time with influence our thoughts, emotions, and choices. Supportive relationships can give us confidence during difficult times. Positive connections can inspire us to become better versions of ourselves. The quality of your relationships often affects the quality of your life. This is why choosing the right people matters. Not every connection brings value. Some relationships drain your energy, while others help you grow. The goal is not to have the most people around you. The goal is to have meaningful relationships with people who respect, support, and appreciate you. Another important lesson is learning to express love and appreciation while you still have the chance. Many people wait until a special occasion to show gratitude. They assume others already know how they feel, but words matter. A simple message, a kind gesture, or a moment of appreciation can mean more than we realize. People remember how you made them feel. At the end of life, most people do not wish they had spent more time at work or collected more achievements. They remember the people they loved. They remember conversations, laughter, kindness, and moments they shared. The greatest achievements are not always written on paper. Some of the most valuable achievements are the relationships we build and the positive impact we have on others. Your success is not only measured by what you accomplish, it is also measured by who you become and how you treat the people around you. Do not wait until later to appreciate the people who matter. Do not let your goals become so important that you forget the relationships that make life meaningful. Work hard, dream big, build your future, but never forget the people who make the journey worth living. Because at the end of the day, achievements create memories of success, but relationships create memories of happiness. If you are grateful for the people who matter, comment this: I value the people I love. Lesson 10. You are responsible for the life you build. One of the most powerful lessons people learn as they grow older is that their life is shaped by the choices they make. Many people spend years waiting for something outside of themselves to change their situation. They blame circumstances, other people, bad luck, or the past for where they are today. While life can be unpredictable, and many things are outside our control, one truth remains. The direction of your life is influenced by the decisions you make every day. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Your attitude, actions, and choices determine the person you become and the future you create. Many people underestimate the power of small decisions. They think only big moments change their lives, but most of life is built through everyday choices. The way you spend your time, the habits you develop, the people you choose to be around, and the thoughts you repeat all contribute to the life you are creating. Your future is not created in one single day. It is built slowly through consistent actions. A person who wants a better life must first understand that change begins with personal responsibility. This does not mean blaming yourself for everything that happens. It means recognizing that you have the power to influence what happens next. There will always be challenges. There will always be difficult situations, unexpected problems, and moments when life does not go according to plan. But the people who grow stronger are often the ones who focus on what they can control instead of staying trapped by what they cannot. Many people waste valuable energy asking, "Why did this happen to me?" While that question may feel natural, A more powerful question is, what can I do now? That small shift in thinking can change everything. Taking responsibility means understanding that your choices matter. If you want to improve your life, you cannot always wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect person, or the perfect moment. Sometimes you have to create your own opportunity through effort and consistency. Your life is a reflection of the decisions you repeatedly make. If you want better results, you must be willing to make better choices. This may require changing old habits, leaving your comfort zone, learning new skills, or accepting that some things need to be different. Growth often begins when you stop asking life to become easier and start becoming stronger. Another important part of taking responsibility is understanding that nobody is coming to save you from every challenge. Support from others is valuable, and asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. But ultimately, you are the person responsible for taking action in your own life. Your dreams need your effort. Your goals need your commitment. Your future needs your decisions. Many people wait for motivation before they begin. They wait until they feel ready, confident, or inspired. But successful people often understand that action creates motivation. They start before they feel completely prepared, and they improve along the way. You do not need to have everything figured out before taking the next step. Life is a process of learning, adjusting, and growing. Taking responsibility also means accepting that your past does not have to define your future. Everyone has made mistakes. Everyone has moments they wish they could change. But staying focused on the past prevents you from building the future. You cannot rewrite yesterday, but you can influence tomorrow. The most important question is not, what happened before? The important question is, what will I do now? A person who takes responsibility becomes more powerful because they stop giving control of their life to outside factors. They understand that their choices matter, even when situations are difficult. They stop waiting and start creating. They stop complaining and start improving. They stop searching for excuses and start looking for solutions. This mindset does not guarantee an easy life. Challenges will still come. Failure will still happen. Unexpected events will still occur. But when you take responsibility, you develop the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Your life is like a blank page. You may not choose every event that happens, but you have influence over the story you create from those events. Every decision is a step toward the person you are becoming. The future version of you is being created by the choices you make today. So, choose carefully. Choose growth over comfort. Choose action over excuses. Choose responsibility over blame. Because the life you want will not be built by wishing for change. It will be built by the actions you take consistently. You are not responsible for everything that happens in life, but you are responsible for what you do with what happens. And that responsibility is the power to create the life you truly want. If you are ready to create a better future, write this in the comments. I create my future. After learning these life lessons, one thing becomes clear. Wisdom is not only something we gain with age, but something we gain when we choose to pay attention. Life is always giving us signs, experiences, and opportunities to grow, but we often understand their value only after facing certain situations ourselves. The purpose of these lessons is not to make us regret the past. Instead, they remind us that every moment we have from today forward is an opportunity to make better choices. We cannot go back and change the decisions we made yesterday, but we can use what we have learned to create a better tomorrow. The reality is that life will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, unexpected changes, and difficult moments. But the way we respond to those moments determines the quality of our journey. A wise person is not someone who has never struggled. A wise person is someone who learns, adapts, and continues moving forward. Sometimes the biggest changes in life come from simple realizations. A small change in the way we think can change the way we act. A better decision today can prevent future regret. A little more awareness can help us appreciate things we once ignored. The most meaningful life is not built by chasing everything. It is built by understanding what deserves our attention and what deserves our energy. It is about knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of. As you move forward, remember that your life is not defined by one mistake, one failure, or one difficult chapter. Every day gives you the chance to improve your story. You have the ability to learn new things, create new habits, build stronger relationships, and become a better version of yourself. Do not wait for life to teach you every lesson through pain or loss. Learn from the experiences of others. Pay attention to the moments happening around you. Appreciate what you have while you still have it. The greatest growth often begins when we become honest with ourselves, when we stop making excuses, stop delaying change, and start taking small steps toward the life we truly want. At the end of the day, a meaningful life is not measured only by what we achieve. It is measured by how we live, how we treat others, and the impact we leave behind. The lessons in this video are not just ideas to remember. They are reminders to practice every day. So take one lesson, one action, and one step forward. Because the future version of you will be shaped by what you choose to do today. Before you leave, write this affirmation in the comments. I choose to grow. If these lessons gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep building a life you will be proud of.